on the Raiders report. Is Oakland interested in Manti? Find out in a little bit. Is Vontaze a perfect fit with the Raiders? See how many Chucky heads I give this one. And my last rumor. Who won the Khalil Mack trade? The nerds over at MIT in quotes. Weighed in. All coming up on the Raiders report. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, brought to you by BetDSI, and I'm your host, Mitchell Renz. Interact with me on IG and Twitter, at MitchellRenz365. For today's show, I got a six-pack of rumors, then I'm going to go into my live Q&A, so make sure you guys are using that hashtag Raiders in the comment section. And if you're not already subscribed, give it the program, youtube.com/Raiders Report. All right, let's get into those rumors. My first rumor coming up here on the board, Brandon Marshall interest. Do the Raiders have interest in free agent Brandon Marshall? Not the wide receiver, but the linebacker. This one's 3 Chucky heads, and I think it's pretty likely. And Brandon Marshall, you guys have seen him. He's played with the Broncos. He's kind of been, I'll say, the not as much appreciated player for Denver due to Von Miller and others. But in 2017, he had his best year, 106 tackles, 3 sacks. Now, the Broncos, they have declined his option for 2019, which then allows him to become a free agent. That's how the NFL works. And I think he's going to be could be a solid veteran option for a Raiders team because, again, we need linebackers. And the theme of today's show, linebackers visit Oakland, and then we need them. So who's coming, who's not coming, okay? Brandon Marshall, solid player, could be a solid veteran fit in there. 2018, didn't have quite the year I think that he was hoping for. Was only able to play in 11 games, 42 tackles. Didn't rack up any sacks and didn't hit the quarterback, okay? But again, here's the thing though. When I hear the name Brandon Marshall, I think of my favorite movie ever, Forgetting Sarah Marshall. So I want to know from everybody watching, okay? What's your favorite movie? I want you to comment below. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, comment below. What is your favorite movie? Mine is Forgetting Sarah Marshall. All right, let's head in on now to my next little, look, we're going to BetDSI because we're going to give them a shout out. Use that promo code Raiders120. Guys, I've been taking a few days off. We've been bumpy here. Raiders120 for 120% deposit bonus. Chatsports.com/bet. You put down $50, you're going to get $60 for free. Put down $100, get $120 for free. Be a big baller. Put down $500, get $600 for free. Shout out to BetDSI for hooking us up with the best promo code on the internet. All right, take 2. Into some more rumors. Raiders want Manti. This one's 2 Chucky heads, and people are talking. And Manti came to visit Oakland yesterday, Monday. But he left without signing a contract. And Teo played in only 2 games this past year. And I think when he was at Notre Dame, he was a really solid player. When he played with the Chargers, he was okay. Obviously, with the Saints, only 2 games last year, wasn't all that great. But here's the thing, okay? I think when he's on the field, he can at least rack up tackles. And if at the end of the day, all the Raiders need is just a middle linebacker who could be a fill-in player, because I love Jason Kabinda, but we need more depth at the linebacker position. And sometimes trusting a young rookie just to be able to step on in, because if we don't get Devin Bush, if we don't get Mack Wilson, if we don't get Devin White, the linebackers in this draft, they're pretty thin. They really, really are. And I like Manti. He's okay. But I actually have a little bit of a special guest, actually, on today's show. It's Manti Te'o's girlfriend. What up, girl? How you been? You good? You think Manti is better? Do you? I don't know. I got a question from everyone, though. Is Manti Te'o better than Brandon Marshall? You guys can comment in the section below. Also, make sure you guys are using that hashtag Raiders to get on the show. All right? Get your questions on the show. Better fit for the Raiders, because this show isn't about me. It's about all y'all. M for Marshall, T for Te'o. Comment below. If you want to know what I think, hit me up on IG or Twitter, at MitchellRenz365. This next one is a little bit of a teaser, so don't get too mad at me. Lynch will be a Raider. 1 Chucky head, and I think it's a small shred of truth, but I'm not talking about Marshawn Lynch. So everyone, calm your brakes. I'm talking about Aaron Lynch. Will Aaron Lynch be a Raider? 1 Chucky head, small shred of truth. Again, he visited the Raiders on Monday, yesterday. He left the building without signing a contract, and he was really just a role player for Chicago. And Chicago had one of the best defenses in the NFL. You could argue they had the best defense in the NFL last year. And I think Aaron Lynch is an average player. He is an okay player. And in 2018, he hit the quarterback 8 times, 3 sacks, 16 tackles, and 4 tackles for a loss. And in this picture, he may get a free invitation to be in the Chicago mob, is all I'm saying. That is a phenomenal mustache. I've been trying to grow a mustache for literally 26 years. Just saying. At the end of the day, though, again, the Raiders need help at the linebacker position. Aaron Lynch, he came on in, and that's basically the biggest reason why he wanted to visit. I may be taking a little bit of a visit to Oakland, and I want to know from everyone, if I went to a Raiders game in 2019, would you hang out with me? Would you grab a beer with me? If you're not 21, would you grab a water with me? I want you to type 4 for Believe It Baby or 0 for Tuck That. If I see a single 0 in the comment section, I'm never doing another Raiders report. Just saying. So I better see a bunch of 4s. Believe it, baby. All right, let's get into some more rumors now. Marsh will be a Raider. If you don't know who Marsh is, too bad. No, I'm kidding. This one's one Chucky head, and I think it's a small shred of truth. The reason why I think it's a small shred of truth is because I don't want Cassius Marsh in silver and black. And another player who visited the Raiders on Monday, and he left the building without signing a contract, and thank goodness, because he's a defensive end, and nothing against Cassius Marsh. But at the end of the day, Marsh doesn't fit the Raiders scheme. He is more of a 3-4 defense. The Raiders don't run a 3-4, okay? Cassius Marsh, average player. I would rather have the Raiders sign Aaron Lynch personally than Cassius Marsh. And also, I just don't like the fact that he was a 49er. And I'm going through graphics before the show, and shout out to Brett because he's back. 38 tackles, 7 tackles for a loss, 5.5 sacks, 14 quarterback hits. And according to the picture, he may have an extra point in there. I'm not quite sure, but those are some interesting tattoos. We also think that they're just fake from Party City. So comment below if you agree. Should the Raiders sign Cassius Marsh? I want you to type 1 for yes, type 2 for no. I'm typing my 2 for no, guys. I don't want Cassius Marsh to be a Raider. I understand we need depth. We need a lot of things, but if we're going to go out and sign him, there's a lot of other options out there on the market. I want to give a shout-out to Raider Nation on Instagram. I'm constantly trying to grow Raider Nation, not just on YouTube, but on IG and on Twitter. So these are the people who've been sliding in my DMs. Mo Town Twin, what's up to you? Something Galagos, you offered me tickets to a Raiders game, so I'm going to hold you to that. Devin Brown, Anthony Rundon, and Tristan Lucan24. Tristan, you've asked me 100 times. There's your shout out. Raider Nation on Twitter. Go follow all these people on Twitter, and if you want to follow me, it's below. We got Raider Rising. I think I can read. I don't know. What's this one? James Sheets, Manueletto with a whole bunch of underscores. Midget Tamer. That's phenomenal. And then Redale31. If I got them wrong, too bad. They're on screen. Take a screenshot. Hit me up on IG or Twitter at Mitchell Renz 365. I'll make sure I share it on my channel as well. If you guys aren't with our channel, get with the program. YouTube.com/Raiders Report, the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube. If you want to come on the show, again, got to subscribe. Make sure you guys use that hashtag Raiders because I'm about to do live Q&A in a few minutes. Burfict, a good fit for the Raiders. Tuck rule, tuck that. This one's 0 Chucky heads. Man, I don't get it. I understand Vontaze is a good player, but did you watch what he did in 2018? Because in my opinion, he was not that good in 2018. Now, he's set to visit the Raiders today, March 19th. And the only reason why I've been hearing that he's a good player is because he has a lot of heart. Does he even have a heart? Have you seen some of the off the field and on the field shenanigans that this guy has done? Also, I understand that he worked with Paul Gunther, and I get that Paul Gunther likes him. But 33 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss is not enough production with Vontaze Burfict because of all the off-the-field issues that he brings. I will say this. If Vontaze goes to the Oakland, the Raiders, I'm going to give it 5 Chucky heads that they're going to be on Hard Knocks because they will be the most entertaining team to watch in football. Plus, you guys are worried about AB being a diva? AB does not like Vontaze Burfict. You want Burfict and AB in the same locker room? I don't even need to do a show. I'll just put that on screen the entire time because that's all you're going to be able to watch. So, I'm going to ask everybody watching, okay? You kind of already got my answer. Should the Raiders sign Vontaze Burfict? Y for yes and for no. If you think it's Y for yes, maybe you should call God because you're really, really wrong. We're going to give a shout out to BetDSI. Got it right this time. Go to chatsports.com/bet. March Madness is literally here. You want to bet against me in March Madness? Do it at BetDSI. Chatsports.com/bet. Hit me up on IG or Twitter at Mitchell Renz 365. Tell me who's going to win March Madness. I'm going with Zion. I'm going with the Dukies. Last rumor. What should we got? Raiders won the Khalil Mack trade. And This one's going to be fun, so sit with me. This one's two Chucky heads, and people are talking. And I don't know if you guys saw this article come out, okay? But we've been mocked for trading Khalil Mack. Well, there's some really, really smart people over at Sloan Sports Analytics Conference at MIT. They awarded, okay, the Oakland Raiders with the best transaction throughout the entire year in sports. The Khalil Mack trade was rated. This trade on the screen was awarded the best transaction in all of sports, okay? Think about it. And I think I have it. Yeah, Bears receive Khalil Mack. Raiders receive 3 picks. Technically 4, okay? But here's the thing. Best award. SB Nation, one of their writers who under the name, I want to get it right, Superfan, doesn't agree with it whatsoever, and I get it. If you have a name Superfan, maybe I think it's just Ian Rappaport's burner account at this fan. Maybe Superfan is more legitimate than Ian Rappaport because he's been hashtag bad of recent. But again, they go on to say that there's absolutely no way that these nerds at MIT basically have any idea what's going on. I think the real issue is SB Nation has to pay people with the name Superfan. Oh, wait. SB Nation doesn't pay anybody. That's why they have people called Superfan writing for them. It's a joke. Anyway, I want to know from you, who won the Khalil Mack trade? I want you guys to comment below. I want you to type R for Raiders. I want you to type B for Bears. Let me know who won the Khalil Mack trade. Raider Nation, what's going on? Is this the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube? For Chucky Heads, believe it, baby. And if you haven't already, subscribe right here. I'm giving you Chucky Heads, news, rumors, Raider Nation rumors. And look at this. I'm making your life easier. Check out my next video. Thanks for watching, and go Raiders.